Leave a queen for the thirsty, say been a soldier boy, tell a bitch yeah, my baby gon' bust in no plies. Want my slice of American pie, they sellin' fugaga and knockin' out buy. They be in and out for all the guys, keep it clean but don't so hit aside. I turn concerts for Jada kids, why?
Streets reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you check out the graduationparty.org if you or a loved one are in need of mathematics tutoring. That's high quality, that's very affordable, and highly accessible. If any of that interests you, definitely check out the website and get yourself some tutoring immediately from our parent company. Now, moving on to the news, giving y'all this real. So we still have the war going on between Israel and Palestine, or between Israeli forces and Hamas, the leading military force and leading political body in Palestine and the Gaza Strip. Now, so with this war going on, you have a lot of deaths that have taken place, all stemming from the October 7th attack on Israel by Hamas that actually took the lives of 1,400 people. Well, so now, after hundreds of people being murdered per day by Israeli forces in Gaza, that death toll has actually come out to be 14,100 people deceased in Gaza through this conflict. And a lot of them, most of them are said to be children. Now, you have Israeli forces that have actually got ground forces in the Gaza area. And, you know, right now, Gaza was already described as an open air prison. But now with Israel being at war with them, you know, they've cut off like a lot of their power, a lot of their food supplies as they continue their indiscriminate bombardment. Again, taking just the night before, we're talking Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, 100 Palestinians were killed in Gaza, and you have finally a 4-day truce actually being brokered between the two entities, between Israel and between Hamas. That this was brokered by the United States, Qatar, a U.S. ally, and Egypt, another U.S. ally, who, you know, the senator from my home state, New Jersey, had actually been caught in unlocking hundreds of millions of dollars in military aid to Egypt. And now you have them at this border, not only facilitating this 4-day truce, but also opening up the border so that they can actually get humanitarian aid into the area. Now, this is interesting because most of the people in the Gaza Strip, they don't believe that Israel is going to honor this ceasefire. I mean, and who would? Because they've already broken all rules of international law and are continuing to bomb on their hospitals as well. You have, for example, the Indonesian hospital, which is in like northern Gaza, run by Indonesia, that actually was getting pulled into the bombardment as well. This is a hospital that's still housing hundreds of people, but and 50 of them in critical condition. But it was said that an attack on there had actually killed 12 people who were in the hospital, and currently Israeli forces are surrounding the hospital. You had the head of the hospital actually try to write a letter to President Biden, basically pleading with him to like do something, you know what I'm saying, essentially. And it's like, come on, y'all, if y'all still begging Joe Biden to do something about towards a ceasefire or in stopping this war, I think you might be mistaken on the interest that the powers that be have in this war going on, this war taking place even in the first place. But I digress. To keep it about the news and keep it factual, like I said, 14,100 people dead, 4-day truce that is actually supposed to start this morning on Thanksgiving morning. It was supposed to start at 10 a.m. in their time and last for 4 days. We will see if Israel actually keeps in this truce intact. Now, it should also be noted that you know, the World Health Organization says that one of the members of their agency had actually been killed while trying to visit their family members in Gaza, and shit got blown up. Then you have Doctors Without Borders, known for going to war-torn areas and actually providing medical assistance. They actually noted that they had 3 of their doctors that were actually murdered, that were in Gaza, in the hospital, our order being spelled AL-AWDA, and them being at this hospital, 3 members of Doctors Without Borders were actually murdered in airstrikes there. And Doctors Without Borders, we'll say DWB, they actually said that they had informed Israel that the hospital itself was safe and it was only being used for hospital means, and they even gave them their GPS coordinates. And still, 3 doctors who have nothing to do with the war dead. So you also have a famous Palestinian poet, Mossab Tabu Oban. He actually was taken captive. I might have mispronounced his name, so double check on his name. But you know, he actually had been taken captive while he was trying to get his family out of Gaza and cross them through the Rafah border, which is actually there by Egypt. But he was confiscated by his IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, and they actually jailed him. Well, he's actually been freed. You know, he's been sent to a hospital now. They're checking on him. But as far as the brokering the 4-day truce, I would be remiss if I didn't include the fact that there's actually been a prison swap that is taking place with this agreement as well, where you have 150 Palestinians, mostly women and children, being released by Israeli forces, and then in return you have Hamas actually releasing 50 Israeli captives. So, you know, a lot of war and carnage still going on over there, and it's very fresh. I know people are tired of hearing about this story, but every day that's gone by, you're talking about 100 people haven't been killed. Think about how you would be if just you knew 2 people got killed on your street or in your area. We're talking about hundreds. 14,100 people deceased in a short month and a half. You know what I mean? It's real over there. And I would advise people to be paying close attention to what's going on. Not saying you have to forget everything else that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, on the African continent, anything like that. But this is serious. The United States and the entities that are supporting Israel are playing some very dangerous games, very serious games, very heavy New World Order activity going on. And you know I got a report on it. Greenville and graduation though.
The DJ wouldn't even mind if I ain't think he was out his mind with politics he brought about, trying to lead mine into the slaughterhouse. Bishop Grady, I should do a church too, but go harder. A pastor and an activist like Reverend William Barber. And I'm passing on you nationalists that's not condemning Trump for trying to get Ukraine to investigate the Bidens. Y'all some punks. Well, that July 25th phone call where he did that got him impeachment hearings.